Haven,
Yeah.
I have a question pero you have to think about it before you answer. Are you ready to retire?
Iniisip pa ba yun? Siyempre, of course.
Kailan?
Right now, kung pwede.
Pero now, is your partner ready? Because that simple question, most couple don't talk about it out loud. And yung gap na yon between what you want and what your partner wants, that's where a lot of retirement plans quietly fall apart.
So are you and your partner actually on the same page when it comes to this topic na retirement? And when did you actually talk about it? At what point?
Here's what we see and we hear a lot. Yung isang partner, talagang planado na siya, di ba?
Yeah.
May timeline na siya and everything. Pero yung isang kapartner naman niya, hindi pa iniisip yung retirement. It's not that they don't care. It's just that the conversation, hasn't come up.
Well, it's not just about money. One person wants to go back to the Philippines. The other one naman wants to stay here. And one is excited to stop working, but the other one naman, on the other hand, doesn't want to stop working kasi he or she doesn't know who they are without work.
And in Filipino families, may isang layer pa yan eh. Kasi niisip mo yung family obligations. So, you're thinking of like helping relatives, families, and also like thinking of like how will you provide your family after retirement. So now, you have like two people with
Yung mga different dreams at saka fears. Diba? Yun.
And they never really talked about it until it's too late to plan properly.
Yeah.
With us naman, buti na lang, we're lucky kasi we're on the same page. Pero this didn't happen overnight. Meron tong mga small talks along the way.
Yeah,
diba?
Sakama tayo while we're, diba?
Oo. Usually kami ni Haven noon, pag bago matulog, na hindi kami makatulog, nagkwekwentuhan kami.
Yeah.
O kaya pag weekends, pag
bagong gising.
pag tamad bumangon, lalo na pag weekends, di ba nakakatamad, yung magkwekwentuhan kami.
Yeah. So that magtatanong ka na, kailan ba tayo magre-retire?
Oo.
Sabi ko, as long as na hindi ako magre-retire, full retirement age.
Oo. Tsaka simple lang parati sinasabi mo sa akin eh. Sinasabi ni Haven parati sa akin na simple lang gusto niya mag-travel.
While still young.
Yeah. Younger, oo. Yun naman ang importante eh. Yun ang importante na you get to talk kung ano yung mga plano nyo, di ba? Hindi naman kailangan na pareho kayo eh. Nagkataon lang na pareho yung gusto namin. Pero that's why nga it's very important na yung couple or couples have to talk about it. Para alam mo kung what the other partner is expecting when they retire. Diba?
And what the other also is expecting from you. Anong gusto mo rin, ganun.
Para if you meet halfway, yung isa sumama mag-travel. Tapos yung isa naman, kung ano yung mga activities na gusto niyang gawin sa house, di maki-join siya. Kasi merong time na akala mo aligned na kayo, di ba?
Yeah.
Kahit na you've been talking, akala mo aligned na kayo, pero merong mga layers pa rin yan eh. We've talked about money, syempre, and we've talked about yung mga lifestyle na gusto natin, kung anong gagawin natin, like day to day, actually hour by hour eh, diba?
Yeah. And talking about that, it made retirement so real. Not just numbers, but real life.
And this is what we think. Retirement planning is like really big in financial decision. Pero, importante pa rin ang relationship decision.
And that's very, very vital.
So it's just like this. In your 20s, you're just busy living life. You have your work, family, and you're just trying to figure things out.
Tapos when you hit your 40s naman, that's the time you start thinking na okay ba tayo? Is this enough?
In your 50s naman, you start being serious na. You start making real decisions.
And then, biglang 60s na. Sabihin mo, wait, did we talk about these things?
And by then, you're not really planning anymore. You're actually adjusting.
So if you and your partner haven't talked about it yet, it's not too late. But you don't want to keep on waiting either. We didn't want to wake up one day. Now we were planning for two different kinds of retirements in one roof, di ba? Iba yung plano mo, iba yung plano ko.
That's right. So we still chose to talk about it while we still had time. And not only that, we still had also options.
Oo. No?
Diba?
So if you're watching this and thinking na, okay, we haven't talked about this, well, good news, you can start right away.
Siyempre.
Oh, start ka na ngayong gabi.
Yeah. How did we
Yeah.
actually start it?
Yeah, actually nga, hindi naman, it's not complicated.
No.
Just ask simple questions na kayong mag-asawa, diba?
Yung unang tanong namin is, kailan ba tayo magre-retire? 'Di ba? Yun yung first tanong.
Ano ba yung lifestyle na
Yeah.
gusto natin?
Do we travel once, twice a month?
Sobra naman twice a month.
Hindi, but
Twice a year, o yung mga ganun.
so, twice a month. Hindi
So, baka
pala.
naman dami mo pera.
Twice a year.
Yun.
Twice a year.
O kaya, saan mo gusto mag-retire? Do you
Yun.
want to stay in the Philippines or gusto mo
Yeah.
stay dito?
Or, how many months sa Philippines? Kunyan, 3 months dyan, dito, another 3 months. Kasi maraming gumagawa ng ganun eh.
Oo.
So,
Actually, ang daming tanong.
dami. Super.
You can do that like every day or yung mga pakonti-konting tanong. Hindi naman kailangan yung isang
Yeah.
upuan lang eh, di ba?
Yeah, that's how we really started. Nag-pitch in kami. Yan, throw in.
Oo.
At there'll come a time na, you know what? Nagiging plano
Nagiging
na eh.
plano, di ba? Oo.
Diba? Yun eh.
Oo.
That's why we decided to do this eh, di ba?
Ngayon, ang ano na namin is yung mga decisions na.
Yeah.
Dati, mga plano, yung mga we throw in like,
Throw in.
ano ba yung nasa isip namin? Kanya-kanyang ano eh.
But once na nandun na sa loob, yung
Yeah.
sa plano, then it became more clear na, you know what?
Ito yung gusto natin.
Let's do it now more detailed,
Oo.
right?
Actually,
More
hindi
detailed,
hindi naman natatapos yung questions eh. Up to
No.
now,
We still
have
do.
questions. We
Yeah.
still ask, minsan nga nasa work ako, si Haven nasa work, magte-text yan. Gusto ko talaga mag-retire ng ganito.
Yeah.
So, meron pa rin pabago-bago, tapos isip
Oo.
ulit kami. Tapos magka-crunch ulit kami ng numbers.
Don't be surprised if I won't retire in June. Baka December pa lang, retire na ako eh.
So, talagang ano yun eh. Ngayon, yung
Yeah.
phase ngayon is like parang adjusting na eh.
Yeah.
Nadaanan na namin yung pagpaplano. So, ngayon, it's like parang decision
More detailed na talaga.
More,
Diba?
right, yeah.
Yun.
Yeah. And yung siguro yung more of the biggest question is like, do we have enough?
Yun.
Yun yung talagang biggest question na we had to ask each other.
Kasi very crucial yun eh.
Kasi, kailangan alam nyo na what is enough for both of you to live,
Exactly.
the life that you want. You need to live comfortably.
Right.
Kasi, kung hindi clear yon, mapopostpone yung retirement nyo. Parang, parati nyo maisip na, it's not enough. Tapos pag andun na, hindi pa rin enough, di ba?
Yeah.
Kaya, dapat alam mo, what is enough for you? We think that's an important question.
I really think so.
Diba?
Sa akin talagang, totoo yun. So,
Kunyari, kung tayo, di ba, sa tingin natin, okay na yung kung ano man yung naipon natin, kung magkano yung mga streams of income na makukuha namin. Kung okay na kami,
go for it.
di ba?
Yeah.
Kung ganun
Budgeted
din
na.
tayo,
Talagang
budget.
alam mo na eh. Allocated na dito, dyan. And we already know, meron kaming buffer na, pwede pang gastos. Yung mga
Yan.
pa-Europe na lang, ganon.
Yabang mo naman.
Pabili-bili na lang ng bagong kotse.
Kung di ka nga makabili ng
Hindi
kotse.
ka eh.
Yung ganon, it makes our retirement not scary. Di ba? Kasi, alam mo kung anong mangyayari or ano yung mga pinlano nyo. Kasi pag hindi nyo na pag-uusapan, parati nyo iniisip na, are we ready? Do we have enough? Right?
And remember it's based on real figures that we calculated. So alam na namin kung where we stand. Yan ang pinaka-importante.
I'm sure siguro marami rin
Of
kayo
course.
gumagawa ng ganyan. And if you are, you might want to like share it sa comment section below para meron, matutunan yung iba nating mga viewers.
Yeah, viewers.
Right? Singit ko nga pala isang kwento. It's a couple na yung husband, co-worker ko before, I think we saw each other like more than 10 years ago. So we reconnected. Tapos yung wife niya, si Chu, she watches pala our vlog. Tapos nakita ni Rolly, lumabas kami sa TV nung nanonood. Sabi niya, kilala ko yun, si Aileen yun. Anyway, nagkikwento sila na before they retired, medyo ano sila, di ba, concerned. Kunya, kung hindi enough yung makukuha nila. Pero, na-realize nila na, hindi naman kailangan na talagang, super dami or super yaman ka to be able to enjoy your retirement. And that's what caught our attention.
Talaga?
Nung sinabi nila, para napaisip kami ni Haven, tama, no? And it's really important na talaga na yung mag-asawa na nag-uusap.
Very true.
Yeah. So, ngayon, retired na sila, they're enjoying, and good for them. And it's so nice to be able to, connect with these people na we have like new friends.
Talagang
diba?
Timing lang yan. Shout out kay Chu at saka Rolly. Ayos.
So retirement is not a solo journey, especially if you have a partner.
Yeah.
Kailangan together. Yung dreams,
Fears.
yung fears, yung plans, yung timeline, like lahat.
So it doesn't have to be a heavy conversation. You start with one question and see where it goes.
Kasi being on the same page with your partner, it's worth more than any investment. So, ready ka na?
Ready.
Ready ka na. Pero kayo, ready na ba kayo? Think about it. Talk about it. And for those who were able to talk about it already, yung kayong mga couples, share nyo naman kung ano yung mga experiences nyo. And if this helped, share it with other people who needs this conversation.
So thank you mga señoritos and señoritas, and stay young at heart.
And live life on your terms. Ingat, and we'll see you in our next vlog.
Bye.
Bye!
Bye. 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 Yeah. Hour.